Hello everyone. Today we are here to discuss the recent news coming out of Washington, that is Trump's threat to withdraw from two important international institutions. They are IMF and World Bank. Why is Trump planning to withdraw from IMF and World Bank? And why are they called as the Bretton Woods twins? And what role did America play in their establishment and their functioning? And today, why Trump is calling them as expensive middlemen are some of the important issues that we are going to talk about. If we observe this, IMF and World Bank have been both set up in the year 1944 during the final stages of the Second World War, when an international conference called United Nations Monetary and Financial Conference was set up or was conducted at a place called Bretton Woods in New Hampshire of USA. And there were in total 44 member countries which participated in this conference. And as the conference has been conducted at Bretton Woods, the institutions which have been set up by this conference came to be known as the Bretton Woods twins. And if you look at these Bretton Woods twins, they are primarily the agencies which wanted to reconstruct the global economy, which has been shattered by the Second World War. And the main intention is to avoid one more great economic depression, which has occurred after the First World War. They wanted to avoid a similar situation. So because of which reason, they set up IMF and World Bank. And if you look at IMF and World Bank, International Monetary Fund's main agenda is to maintain balance of payments of various countries. And if any country falls into balance of payments crisis, IMF is going to extend loans to that country. And when it comes to World Bank, its agenda is reconstruction, development, poverty alleviation. These kind of ideas are present with the World Bank. And if you look at both IMF and World Bank, as of today, in the IMF, the Americans, that is USA, has nearly 16.5% share. And in World Bank, the Americans as of today have 15.38% share, voting share. And these two voting shares, if you observe closely, IMF and World Bank cannot take any decisions without 85% of the member countries voting. And with 16.5% and 15.38%, America has a decisive role in both IMF and World Bank. And because of this decisive role and enormous American funding, the IMF and World Bank have always acted as extended arms of USA. If you look at it, the Americans through IMF and World Bank, they have rewarded the allies. They have in fact penalized their enemies. And they also have stabilized the vital American interests. These are the three things that have been done by IMF and World Bank through and through. And in fact, IMF and World Bank, while lending money to any developing or underdeveloped countries, they always have some strings attached to them. And what are the strings that are attached? Usually it is called as a structural adjustment program, under which developing and underdeveloped countries, they are made to, in fact, follow a program which is in sync with the American interest of LPG, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization. And this way, the IMF and World Bank, what it did is it conducted the globalization according to its own advantage. And this way, IMF and World Bank, which were playing a very important role in American growth, today they have become burden on America. And Trump's policy has always been a form of nationalism that is also included with isolationism. Because of which reason, he is shrinking away from most of his global responsibilities. And as part of this shifting away from the global responsibilities itself, he is in fact planning to withdraw from IMF and World Bank according to the suggestions which have been given by in the report called Project 2025.
కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్ సంబంధించి ప్రత్యేకంగా సివిల్ సర్వీసెస్ ఎగ్జామ్ సంబంధించి ఏ ఆప్షన్ చూస్ చేసుకోవాలి, ప్రిపరేషన్ ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి, ఏ బుక్స్ రిఫర్ చేయాలి, ఇలాంటి డౌట్స్ ఉంటే CSBIS అకాడమీని కాంటాక్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు. దీనికి సంబంధించి నా పర్సనల్ అపాయింట్మెంట్ ఈ వీడియో పైన డిస్ప్లే అవుతున్న కాంటాక్ట్ నెంబర్కి ఫోన్ చేసి తీసుకోవచ్చు.